Alright folks, welcome back. As you can see from the map, we are not where we left in the last video because I found out where we're supposed to go to get the password. We're supposed to go into the atrium. We were all over here. I mean, we walked right by here without poking our noses in the doors. What happened? This was during the section where, while going into the reactor core, I lost Ed E and Veronica up there. So, I mean, I was over here. I think this is near where we got the mini nuke and stuff, but I don't know exactly what we need to do, but we need to get to the atrium, and I think we're there. Now, trying to get to the atrium from the other direction, you run into some doors we haven't opened, so apparently there is some stuff we haven't done yet. She's loving that super sledge. And you know what? It makes me happy to make her happy. But, well, there's like some fire. Oh, those are the guys that they burned. So is this the atrium? Prepared speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman for the annual Overseer election. And it's been added to our notes. Oh, and the password. According to the text of a speech that was given or scheduled to be given in the Vault 11 atrium on the Overseer election day, the terminal password is Betty. Our challenge is... oh, never mind. Prepared speech of blah blah blah. Good afternoon. Each year it is the appointed task of the Ombudsman not only to officiate the election, but to chronicle it in hopes that after the last Overseer has finished his term and walked to his death in the chamber beneath his office, and the vault has become still, that one day some excavator from humanity, or perhaps some yet unknown race of super beings, might find our records and incorporate them into the historical canon. But lately it has occurred to me that that's not really why. I think the real reason we do it is because we want to believe somewhere in this archives there's an answer to all of this. Or perhaps there will be one when the historical records are completed and the whole story is told. We want it to make sense, to understand why the Vault's mainframe will kill us if we do not offer one of our own as a yearly sacrifice. To fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections despite the unfettered corruption that has plagued it for what must be decades by now. There was a simpler time when the elections meant shaking hands and kissing babies. But now, with the rise of the voting blocks and this infestation of bribery, drug trafficking, smuggling, and God knows what else, we want to know why. Well, I've been through the archives, and I can tell you, you won't find the answer there. You'll find an account of the first Overseer who entered the vault as the only citizen aware of the sacrifices that would have to take place. But he didn't have the answers either. If he did, he surely would have foreseen the citizens' anger when he broke the news. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically, in the way that we citizens are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds, and that his name would be at the top of the polls, and that I can read the word simultaneous. My eyes are just going. I don't know what's going on with the screen here. The simultaneous vacancy of Overseer and Martyr would forever fuse the two positions here in Vault 11. But he didn't know. But he didn't have the answers no more than any of us. He didn't have the answers no more than any of us. And the records state that after the citizens discovered that the sacrificial chamber's password was his wife Betty's first name, and its door was unsealed so he could be offered as the first sacrifice, he walked down that room crying like a child. I can only wonder if there are no answers to be found, or we are just going along with this because we don't see another choice. Nevertheless, I still hold on to hope that we can find one. I urge you all to take the journey I took to remember that it wasn't so long ago that we were ruled by our civility and our dignity, and that those were times when we didn't have to be quite so ashamed. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so I just didn't quite wander into the... I walked right by the hallway, didn't quite come into this room, which basically explained the whole thing. There you have it. We have the password now. But the password if I understand that correctly, they were forcing the overseer to go to the chamber beneath his office to be killed. And now we have retrieved the password for the overseer's terminal, the first name of his wife Betty, which will allow us to go into the room where the overseer gets killed. And while I'd be curious to see what's going on with that room, I have a feeling that the room is a place that is full of devices that kill overseers, and presumably anyone else who's in there. All I'm getting at, folks, is that when we get to the overseer's office, I'm gonna save my game. Okay? Hope you guys don't think I'm being a wussy bitch. Well, we're going into a room whose purpose seems to be to kill people. Here's the overseer's room, right over here. If I, or maybe not. Was this the overseer's room? No. I got myself all turned around here. There's more than one. There's more than one cave-in. There's one over here, and I thought we had just come across it, but we didn't. So we will save our game before we go messing with the country boy. We'll save our game before we start messing around with Overseer Order 75. Additional selection process to Overseer is hereby ended. So the chick who saved her, I believe that's the woman who saved her husband by sacrificing herself after having done sexual favors for the Justice Block. She's the one who, when she became Overseer, apparently Overseer still runs the show. They just, at the end of their term, have to die. And she took away the election and made it a random selection. Meanwhile, we are opening the sacrificial chamber. And as in Fallout 3, I don't know if this is all the games, but in Fallout 3, there's a secret passage under the Overseer's desk. Apparently, and I forget what vault number that was, but is there a Vault 42? There must be a Vault 42. Life, the Universe, and Everything reference. No, we've got enough of that. But, Vault 11 also has that.
Congratulations, Martyr. Your fantastic journey is only just beginning. Please proceed to the light.
Okay. You guys sure you want to come along for this? Like
the
they
light
know
is
what's going on.
calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light.
Yeah, I was backing off, not because I wanted you to run ahead, Veronica. I'm not messing with you here. Veronica. Quite so simple as a shotgun tracker.
Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
I don't see the chair. Is that the chair? That's a projector. What else is going on in this room?
The show requires that you sit in the chair.
Ashtray. Okay, I'm not sitting in that chair without saving my game too. Let's just save every 30 seconds until this sequence is ended, shall we? It's a ruined chair. You have a nicer chair than that?
It is absolutely essential that you sit in the chair.
Veronica, sit in the chair. I meant to say seated. Why'd I get up?
Greetings, Martyr,
Happy
and
trails.
welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently,
Pretty cool, huh?
you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or
I never did that.
After curfew
I
to
lived in a
catch
vault.
that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What
Veronica?
a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward.
Wow.
But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now, and imagine what joys await you in the next life.
I wouldn't
The
suggest
afterlife.
closing your eyes at this point.
Can you see them? Good.
What's going on? I'm getting away from that chair. I just backed away from the chair. Sentry bot. Turret. And another turret. And a robo brain. I wonder if that's because I got up, or like it really seemed like, yeah, it was telling me to close my eyes. It seemed like it was. Eddie? I don't want Eddie to die. There's a lot of carnage here. Victoria's in real trouble. Eddie is not gonna make it. It sucks, but I don't see Eddie getting out of this. Eddie has died. I've lost his enhanced sentence. I failed Eddie, my love. What I want to know is there any way Veronica and I can get out of here? Because if there is, maybe it would be interesting to try this again. Veronica's dead. I just lost an arm. There's another sentry robot following me. Yeah, I don't think we can win this. Interesting. So I wonder what happens if we sit in the chair and then get out of the chair
It is
before the...
absolutely essential that you sit in the chair.
Just lost a mouse here, pardon me. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah, so, that was fun. That was actually kind of enjoyable. Now that the show has started, though.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If
Door
you're here
requires
now,
a key.
it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue
Oh crap,
to thrive.
we can't get out of here.
Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got
I
to
hope
have
I saved
grandkids,
before we came into this
or
room.
to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship.
A race
and
car.
some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on
Rocket
the moments that
souvenirs
made
don't
your
have
life
weight.
worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or
Yeah,
you snuck
so
out
we
after
can't
curfew
get back
to
out
catch
of
that
here.
new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see
Presumably
because
if
it
we
was too
fight our way
scary.
out alive.
Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward.
Might have brought some more
But
armaments with
it
me
is
for this
only the
too.
beginning. Close your eyes now, and imagine what joys
What if-
await you in the next
You
life.
know, in real life,
afterlife.
without the ability to load the game, I probably
Can you
wouldn't
see
have
them?
gone into the
Good.
sacrificial chamber. Turrets are probably not as dangerous as... Oh, these guys are real sons of bitches. Sentry bomb. Oh yeah, Eddie. I don't see any way to get Eddie out of this alive. Can we get into this? Anything happening if we sneak into this room? I sneak into this room, I get attacked by this guy. Eddie has died. Veronica's died. Okay, so I don't think we can get out of this alive. Let's see what happens. I'll have to check the wiki again. I don't know if there's any good can come out of coming in here. Can we still get back at this point? At this point, we can still get back out, I think. Yeah, we can still get out from here.
The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light. Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
Doesn't seem to be anybody to talk to.
The show requires that you sit in the chair.
door doesn't close, so you sit in the chair.
It is absolutely essential that you sit in the chair.
These places generally were like behavioral experiments. The vaults were always kind of messed up behavioral experiments. What happens if you just don't sit in the chair?
You have no other choice. You must sit in the chair.
I'm not seeing it that way, buddy. Although I'm afraid we'll miss something cool plot-wise if we don't make a point, if we're not in the room with the chair refusing to sit in it. Says you have no other choice, you must sit in the chair. Whiskey bottles. Guess people like to get drunk at the end. Well, I don't really see that it was necessary to have that much firepower to kill you. No, you know what? I'm just gonna flip over and see, because I don't want to have to come back here later. Let's just figure out what. This is a Let's Play. I'm supposed to be showcasing stuff. Let's see what there is to do here. Conclusion of the presentation. Ball panels slide in the room. Okay, I'm in the wiki. 4 robots and 8 turrets will simultaneously attack the player. Oh, we do. Okay, in order to actually see this plot through to conclusion, we have to win that battle with all those robots. Jesus. Okay, so yeah, we're actually supposed to survive the fight with all those robots. I really don't know how we would do that, though. I'd have to come back. Well, for one thing, let's. I guess we can try it.
Does jumping at them with my fist?
So she's got a plasma rifle. Eddie, I'm worried about. Take Stimpack, man. He's at 216 of 216. Driving me nuts here. I could come back with like a rocket launcher or something, but I don't know that I would really be that effective with a rocket launcher.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry.
Yep.
Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember,
trying to see if we can take out the turrets in advance somehow.
For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new
you guys ready for this? You know what's coming?
It was too
no?
Scary.
Okay.
Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples.
See,
You feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good.
very
What
rarely
you
do
are
I get a
feeling
chance to use
is
that.
Peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes
I'm at 100.
now, and imagine what joys await you in the next life.
Good
The
with the gun right now
afterlife.
as I can be.
Can you see them? Good.
This is the guys that these are the guys I'm worried about. Shoot off those arms. Eddie, come on, man, you can make it. Okay, he didn't make it. Just turrets are left. It's quite a few turrets. Lord of Death and Murder. Okay. Interesting. Let's try this again. It doesn't look like Eddie has the hit points. Now, it's also entirely possible that without Eddie with us, Veronica and I won't have the firepower to stay alive.
The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light.
He shouldn't have to kill his fellow robots anyway.
Does jumping at them with my...
Definitely rather see her using that plasma weapon. Okay, let's try this again.
Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show
I was
is
hoping that
about to
refusing
begin.
to sit in the chair would somehow short-circuit the whole experiment.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive.
You're hearing this
Currently,
craziness?
You may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that
Thumbs
each
up,
of us
soldier.
has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly
Damage
a rocket
plus
ship.
25%.
And some of us
Yeah, I don't normally
promise
like to use drugs,
forfeit our
but
lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things?
Yeah, I'm stirring like you wouldn't believe, buddy.
What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife.
I'm hoping my stuff that I took doesn't wear off before the fight's over here. Oh, cool, I've rented one of them. That's pretty cool, because that means he will attack his own guys if they're closer than I am. Game just froze. Game is freezing on me. Damn it, game! Where am I at for this video? I'm at the 30-minute mark, and I think we just lost the game here. Like, I think I just lost my Xbox, as a matter of fact, at the moment. Okay, this was too much excitement for my Xbox. Crap. Well, oh man, do I want to try to off-camera this? I mean, you've seen me. Hold on. You saw me survive, but Eddie didn't make it. I think I'm gonna have to literally shut down my Xbox though for this to come back. I don't know what that's going to do to. Hold on a second. I just shut down the Xbox and that didn't. Son of a bitch. Okay. For a minute there, I thought that it was my recorder and not the Xbox because I shut down the Xbox and the screen didn't change. We will see what happens, folks. We will see. You know, the little bald guy off in the corner. JG is the. I probably need to get rid of that account. It hasn't been logged into for a long time. And no, my name's not Michael, if anyone's wondering. I don't know if the rewards are even going to be worth it. And, oh, you know, what sucks about that, even though I was taking a lot of damage, but I frenzied something instead of killing it, which was, you know, overall a good thing, because it meant that it was attacking probably fellow robots. I can't get on Xbox Live. Having trouble with the hotel network. I'm moving out next week, so it doesn't matter. I'll just sit through that speech again. I'd really like to either knock this out in this video or decide that I'm just not capable of doing it and we'll come back for it later. It's only like 4 robots, but there's like quite a few turrets. I think if this wasn't hardcore mode, it would probably be pretty easy. Like, I think though that All right. Well, we'll do it with Eddie in here. Eddie will be trapped in here with us too. Maybe if we can get through it and Eddie dies again, I'll just go and see what kind of stuff gets said, and then maybe off camera I'll see if I can do it without losing Eddie. Just me and Veronica doing it, possibly, even though she's supposed to be lesbian. Boom.
You have no other choice. You must sit in the chair.
The speech was pretty cute, but now it's getting old.
Greetings, martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids.
I mean, I could be using slightly better armor and weapons, but well, I could repair my combat armor somewhat. The real problem is that Eddie keeps getting killed.
Each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the
When you say
good of
us,
the people.
computer voice, does that mean you are supposed to forfeit your life too?
But it's every
Because
bit as
I'm all about you forfeiting your life right about now.
to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game, or when you snuck out after
-1
curfew
endurance.
to catch
Let's take
that
some
new flick that your parents wouldn't let
right
you
away.
see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples.
Oh, that
Do
changes
you
my
feel
rad
that
resistance.
feeling
It doesn't actually
stirring
take
in your
my...
chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've
Ah,
led
crap.
a great life. Living it has been
I was
its own
supposed to be doing
reward.
all this stuff.
But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife. Can you see them? Good.
You know, I started hitting the damn button right away to target stuff, and it didn't really do me a whole lot of good. I was hoping I could get him behind something, and... oh, Eddie's gonna die for sure. Somebody frenzied a turret. I guess that's good. Radaway wore off. I'm not really sure why I did Radaway to begin with. Is there any way that Eddie can get through this? It would be so... Guess not. Veronica's not in good shape. But she just killed a sentry bot because she's a tough cookie. I really feel like we should be able to repair Eddie. I guess that's not how it works. You got any more robots for me? No. Well, I'm not going with this since Eddie died, but like we came kind of close. Like, it seems like there's a lot of luck to it. I keep wondering if I should bolt into this room. Or, you know, again, could we have done it if we left Eddie behind? We need to find Eddie's corpse, give him burial, not to mention get all the loot back from him. But we're not going with this, so it doesn't matter. Can't seem to find Eddie, though. He was a good friend. There's the mainframe. Anything to say? No? Okay. Override lockdown system recording Vault 11 solution. Recording downloaded. Recording downloaded. So we get 2 notes out of all this and some experience, which basically to me means it's not really essential that we do this. But for LP purposes, I'm happy to have you guys get a chance to see what this is all about. So let's check out the notes. Automated system response.
Congratulations, citizens of Vault 11. You have made the decision not to sacrifice one of your own. You can walk with your head held high, knowing that your commitment to human life is a shining example to us all. And to make that feeling of pride even sweeter, I have some exciting news. Despite what you were led to believe, the population of Vault 11 is not going to be exterminated for its disobedience. Instead, the mechanism to open the main vault door has now been enabled, and you can come and go at your leisure. But not so fast. Be sure to check with your overseer to find out if it's safe to leave. Here at Vault-Tec, your safety is our #1 priority.
So the overseer was told that if they didn't sacrifice somebody once a year, the mainframe computer was going to kill them, presumably with that army of robots. If they had chosen not to sacrifice someone, the computer would have congratulated them and let them free. It was just a test to see if they would go along. That all sounds pretty dark and ominous, and like, you know, it really seems like something that should make you think, but the only way apparently to find out the secret would be to fight your way past the army of robots. So once we've destroyed the army of robots, so this computer no longer has the ability to threaten us, then it says, "Oh, that's what I wanted all along. Congratulations." I don't think so. But no, what we're meant to be reading here is that these humans were willing to sacrifice each other because they didn't have the guts to stand up and say no. But if they had, they all would have been okay. Tragic.
Alright, I know you can hear me, so listen up.
We snack on danger,
There's
dine
5
on
of
death.
us left. 5 out of I don't know how many. So, it's over. We've talked and it's over. We're not gonna send anybody to die anymore. So shut off our water, our gases, or do whatever it is you're programmed to do. But we're done listening to you.
There we are. So 500 experience is the reward for all that. And then whatever you can get off these guys. Usually they're good for ammo and missiles. Missiles being ammo, I suppose. There are perks that you can get that make you do extra damage against robots. That battle is certainly winnable. I mean, we just won. The question is there a way that I could swing this battle so I could win it before Eddie gets killed? Because even if I set... I guess I could try... Well, let's try it one more time, and I'll set Eddie to be passive and see if he gets himself out of the line of fire. We're already... Yeah, we've already gone quite long. So, yeah, if we can win this, great. And if not, then...
you have no other choice. You must sit in the chair.
Oh, I've already got him ordered to be passive. Is that... I'm trying to get him way out of the way, I suppose. So we'll take one more shot at this. And if I really, really get obsessed with beating this thing, I can come back later with knife launchers and
Greetings, Martyr, and welcome.
missiles and knife launchers and yeah, an old joke Bobo and I had. I didn't mean to actually make it there.
Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry.
Problem is, there's all sorts of stuff I could do if it was just me, like a stealth boy, to try to confuse them, but
pleasures of a fresh cigar. But
not a bad idea. Well, let's try it this way once.
And remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others, it might mean they will drive a race car or fly
What I could do, like a stealth boy, would help if it was just me. But if I do a stealth boy now, it's just going to mean that more of
It might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take
the
a
damage
moment to
gets thrown at
reflect on the
Eddie.
moments that made your life worth living.
And I'm thinking about trying to run out of the past the robots out of the room, because I think the turrets. Maybe the turrets aren't here. I don't want to be in the crossfire. Is what I'm getting at.
Your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary.
How you doing?
Boy, were they right.
You want to go make out under some bleachers later? You don't have to take off the helmet or anything.
What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife. Can you see them? Good.
That is that. It's worn off. Everything wore off. I started doing it too soon. It's all worn off. Combat inhibitor, maybe. Well, this is gonna kill it, but. Is she using the super sledge? She is. I thought I put her on ranged. I guess I didn't. I gotta get a better shot at them. Oh, that's probably. I was hoping that would be good enough. I don't know where Eddie is, but he seems to still be alive. Yeah, I kind of figured I shouldn't have said he was still alive. Did I just save? I did not mean to save. Okay, let's me and Veronica try it without Eddie. It's going to end up being just about a double-length video, but... Eddie, buddy, you know I love you, but you just don't seem to have the staying power for this. Veronica, she wasn't doing too bad there, but...
Does jumping at them with my fist
I still
count?
think the plasma weapon's going to do more damage than the super sledge. If this doesn't work, we'll try the same approach, but we'll let her use the super sledge that she wants to use. And if that doesn't work, then we just, you know, forget it. Or I can try by myself using like a stealth.
Go to the light.
I can try to sneak by them, but I think they kind of start out knowing where you are.
Welcome. Please sit in the
Absolutely.
chair.
I'm not
The
even
show
going
is
to
about
argue
to
with you this
begin.
time. Trying to run past them didn't seem to... Well, yeah, it seems like we
Greetings,
weren't
martyr,
under
and
fire
welcome.
from all of them at the same time.
If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that
Speech
each
sure
of us
was kind
has
of amusing
an
the first
important
time I heard it.
role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the
To
sick.
raise the dead, to drive
For
them little
others,
girls out their heads.
It might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people.
Look at the people, look at the people,
It
look at
might
the
not
people,
be
look at the
as
people.
fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love
Let's
of
wait
your
until they
life?
shoot me first.
What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are
Good.
feeling is
What you're
peace.
feeling is
You've led a
creepy.
great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife. Can you see them?
Good. Yes. Good, like the wars of old. Now run! Okay, I had an arm blown off immediately, and I have yet to be allowed to get off a shot. I don't know what's going on there, but... This is the most disastrous run yet. I'm not sure why it's gone so poorly. Well, for one thing, I've now messed up my arms. I guess I shouldn't have tried to run at them, but I was trying to, you know. I guess he didn't quite get frenzied after all. Veronica's doing pretty good, though. Looks like if I can survive, this is going to be our best shot. But it doesn't look like I'm going to survive. Sadly. Certainly be an important part of any effort to survive. I don't have enough doctor's bags. And leaving her over there on her own is probably not helping her to leave her on her own against these guys. So she did most of the work against that one, but if she gets the Robo Brain, I think... Yeah, okay. Woo! Veronica. Damn, girl. I think I'm in love. Okay, folks. So that's cool. It means that we got the experience out of it. The experience that we will share forever. Some skeletons. Honey, you earned that dress that you don't wear. But I'm not upset that you're not wearing the dress. I don't think you would have survived this fight had you been wearing the dress. Let's see how many hit points she's got right now. 270 of 270? How can that be? Oh, she must have taken a stim pack by herself without me telling her to. Uppity bitch, taking my stim packs just because I made her do most. Well, she did half the work. She took the ones on that side. I think my side, which had the Mr. Gutsy and Sentry Bot, was actually slightly more dangerous, but they were both pretty freaking ugly.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Limbs crippled. Need help. And I took drugs, which I pretty much never do in these games, but you know.
Hey, I can't really move now, but I'll follow you in spirit. Hey,
Damn it.
I can't...
Didn't realize she was fully loaded. Didn't realize she was doing crotch chops a la Triple H. Eddie should be able to carry a little bit more. You should be fine. Freaking wimp can't even survive being jumped by 4 robots and a half dozen turrets. Override lockdown, system recording, system recording. So all of that was for bragging rights, I suppose, and you know, for what that's worth. How many times did I have to load before I could get it to work? Bragging rights, I guess we have, in a way, we avenged all the humans who were killed by those robots, and 500 experience. Crippled. Yeah, got it. You think I hadn't noticed? They hurt me, Doc. Eddie, in the meantime, has joined the killer robots. Flies at you and impales you with one of the many things on his body that looks like it's supposed to be used for skewering people. Eddie, where are you at, man? This is no good if we somehow lose Eddie. Okay. He just got bored and flew back up towards the entrance of this passage. Well, you know, you don't need to see me go through this. Alright, folks, didn't quite make it a double-length video, but I gotta stop doing that. I mean, back in the old days, I would have split these, but it's just not a convenient thing to do with this current setup I got. I need to find a recording. I need to find an editing software that will allow me to do videos at 1080i. I won't bore you with the details, but right now, if I want 1080i as an option in YouTube, I've pretty much got to edit in the can, as they used to say in film school. Can't really do it. Can't really be chopping it up after the fact. But anyway, yeah, so we did it. We had to leave Eddie out in the hall. They blew off one of my arms, took a couple of doctor bags. Veronica came out of it okay, although I'm sure her armor has, like, been torn to shreds. But we did it. We got out of Vault 11. We defeated the army of killer robots. We still got 2 more parts to find. Hopefully, either they will be less involved, or we won't stumble across a semi-interesting plot line and decide that we need to explore it, even though, in fact, I could have, an hour's worth of gameplay ago, gotten out of here if I just didn't care about finding out the secrets of Vault 11, and I just took the component we needed. So when we come back, folks, I'm going to off-screen go back to Good Springs, get myself healed up again, go back to Novak, and do a little stuff there. And the next time you see me, we will be heading off to another vault to try to make the Brotherhood of Still love us?